Now here's Look Around You's Robert Popper with something very dear to his heart.
Every year there seems to be list programmes on TV counting down the worst programmes on television ever. There's one programme, to me, that should be at the top of this list that never is, because most people haven't seen it, and it's called Star Quality.
Hello, my name's Giles Brandreth, and tonight, Lynn Gilbert, Joe Grossi, Billy Brightman, and Rachel Collinson are all hoping to prove that they've got star quality.
It has probably the most revolting title sequence, with every colour ever known to man and others that are probably just known in the HTV region. The host of the show is Giles Brandreth, who is actually amazing.
It's incredible what you can do in 60 seconds.
He doesn't give anything away, but you can just tell that he's trying to think of what happens next in this unbelievably complicated mental game show.
And throwing the dice and keeping the score is Beguiling Beverly.
This sort of quite large lady who doesn't have a surname in the credits, it's just Beverly. She's absolutely brilliant. And the only thing she really has to do is operate a calculator and press divide 11, which she's not very good at.
It comes to 93.
Okay.
Split that up, find out how many lights Billy's got. Give him 8.
There are 4 contestants from the HTV region.
Tony Rudd, Liz Wilde, Peter Baxter, and Lisa Allison.
They answer questions
1, 2,
and then they move along the board.
5, I don't believe it.
But if they land on an audition square, as Giles Brandreth pronounced it, they get 60 seconds to present a piece of theatre, stand-up comedy, dancing, playing the trombone.
Well, I think you've got the knack.
I think the funniest thing about when watching the programme, apart from it all being unbelievably bad and you're watching it like this, oh my God, is you start thinking, how on earth did this ever get made? At what point did people say this is a good idea?
You've now got 24 seconds to establish your true star quality. Good luck.
It's not the pale moon that excites me.
There's this fantastic part of the show where this poor woman is dragged out from the audience, has no idea she's going to be on the programme, and she's sort of forced onto stage, and she's given a microphone stand.
And what you've got to do is turn it into as many different things as you can in 30 seconds.
It really has to be seen to be believed.
Motorbike, pneumatic drill, umbrella, plate lights, vacuum cleaner.
One of my favourite parts of the series is one of the contestants called Billy Brightman, who looks exactly like a young Chris Morris.
Okay, what's it going to be?
I'm going to do some acting, drama.
A little bit of drama.
Serious.
Oh, good. Thespian Billy. It's audition time on Star Quality.
And it is definitely the worst piece of acting I've ever seen, anyone's ever seen, and I think you'll ever see.
I wasn't mentioned in the press. They didn't realise the important part that I played in Frank's life, so I didn't get the coverage. But I thought about revealing myself. But what's so good? His fiancée had her photo taken, bawling her head off. She insisted we bury the engagement ring with him. It was just a theatrical gesture. It's too much trouble now to put a bunch of flowers on the grave. But his death was no accident. He was murdered. Don't contradict me!
When I was making Look Around You...
Hello, and welcome to Look Around You.
Our first episode of the second series was really a mixture between Tomorrow's World and Star Quality.
I'm rapping. I'm rapping all day and I'm rapping all night. Come on, I'm rapping to the beat and I rap.
Welcome back. This is Star Quality.
I think the whole show can probably be summed up by the actual Star Quality logo, which is a star with its points snipped off.
Ten.
I give it 10.
I don't like liars. I don't like cheats.
Yeah, well, I don't like marzipan. You don't hear me banging on about it. Yes, The Apprentice is back, together with everyone's favourite blank-eyed grouch, Sir Alan Sugar, a man so grumpy he can probably turn milk sour just by staring at it.
There is no phone in here. There is no text a number. There is no panel of judges that's going to make the decision up. This is not a game.
No, I think you'll find it is a game, Sir Alan, which is presumably why this year's contestants all look and sound as though they've just stepped out of an Xbox beat-em-up. That's Saeed, bit robotic, but probably very good at swift, repetitive kicks to the head. Yep, that's your standard big guy who's going to be pretty good at wrestling. And that's Ansel, who can see through time. Actually, even their names fit the bill. Look, Ruth Badger wins. Paul Tulip wins. First series of The Apprentice was great fun because the contestants turned out to be a bunch of dongers who argued continually throughout each task. So obviously I was delighted to discover that the second series has a bunch of contestants who are even bigger dongers, if that's possible, who argue before the tasks have even been set.
Has anyone got a name at the moment?
I have.
Go for it.
The A2.
The A2?
Yes.
What else? Well, I had an idea of a team name called Jigsaw. Jigsaw? Because it's going to be made up of all different pieces, and each time you look at it, it's going to look different.
Yeah, or what about pricks? Because that's what you are. It's early days so far, but some individuals are standing out, such as Saeed, the amazing robotic man, or Jo, who gets so excited she'd probably go, woo, yeah, woo, hee-hoo-hoo, woo, if you, I don't know, dipped a tea cosy in a bit of water in front of her. As ever, the teams are set a series of deceptively simple business tasks, which have to be carried out beneath the unremitting gaze of Sir Alan's representatives on Earth, Margaret Mountford and Nick Starey Hewer. They're like an eerie couple from a haunted painting, constantly hanging around in the background, observing things like ghosts. Nick Hewer in particular is a very hardcore scrutiniser. He peers so hard all the time, he sort of constantly looks like he's trying to pick out individual atoms in the atmosphere at the end of his nose. Put him in a staring contest with Ansel and you've got a hell of a fight on your hands. Still, if Nick Hewer does look disapproving, it's hardly surprising since the tasks are designed to bring out the worst in absolutely everyone. The men, for instance, quickly transform themselves into dick-swinging business pricks.
Guys, I'm trying to close the deal off there, so give me 1 second. Okay, if I can close, I'll go for a close.
While the women made a mockery of everything by pretty much getting their boobs out.
These are very ripe and juicy.
It's hardly Harvard Business School now, is it?
Don't denigrate what we did. It's about our credibility as like women in business, that we don't get labelled with a label that tells us that we have to do that to get money and to do business.
Yeah, and bursting into tears in the boardroom is going to do a lot to further the image of women in business. Anyway, once again, The Apprentice looks like being the one reality show it's okay to admit to liking, catchphrases and all. You're fired. Ha! You're fired. Hee! I love it when people... Ha! You're fired.
Shut it.
On next week's show, we'll be throwing up as TV slaps itself on the back.
I can't think of anyone who better deserves this award than Jamie Oliver.
Watching loads of people die on 24. And we'll be asking the question...
Deal or no deal?
Well...